So it is currently, what did that say? 1:31, and I just finished my first day of 75 hard. I started 75 hard, and for the most part I have failed. Like, I'm looking at it, I failed like a good 20 or so times. And the last time I failed was November 27th, 2023, and I think that was the Saturday or the Sunday. But basically, like, I've failed every single chance I've gotten to do it, but now I'm choosing to record it, which is weird. I don't film. I'm not someone that likes filming myself, likes doing this, that, and the third. But I don't know. I felt like I wanted to do it just because it's cool. I was like not planning on doing on it, just like planning on recording it day by day. But as the day kind of progressed, and I had a bunch of shit pile up, like woke up late, had to go to barber apprenticeship, had to go to the gym for my workout, and then by that time it was already like 5 o'clock, so I had to come and go to Bible study from like 7 to 8. And even after that, I was just getting home like at 9:30, and I still had to finish up some videos for a client and still finish all the fucking work, and then after that still jump rope for like 45 minutes, and it's barely 1:33 and I'm finishing up my day barely. And when I was working out, I was thinking, I was like, what has separated me? Like, what's different between all the other times and now? And now I feel like, oh, I feel obligated, not obligated, but like, I feel like I want to be able to document it just because I felt so much fucking imposter syndrome as of like the last month. And like, to me, I don't feel like I am who I think I am, or who I say I am, or who people believe I am. And that, like, it's hard for me to even admit, just because it's like, okay, I'd say I'm this person, I think I'm this person. I think, oh, I'm doing well for myself at a young age, but like some part of me is like, oh, who the fuck are you? You're barely starting. But like, at the end of it all, I want to use this as an opportunity and like a case study for myself to be like, oh shit, that's you from day one. And you're just thinking, like, oh, okay, he's day one, he's struggling with this. He has imposter syndrome here, here, and here. And being able to like translate that shit to like day 75 to be like, oh, he's actually running now. He's consistent with what he says, and he's gonna have more success than what I think is true. And honestly, when I think about it, I think it's cool, just in the sense of my life is boring, I think, in terms of the only things I really do are work and study the Bible, try to focus on a relationship with God, and work with a cool client, I guess. That's the only cool thing that I can really say I do. Oh, I work with some guy who does well for himself and has done good in his industry. That's the only reason I feel like I'm like, I have a decent life compared to some other people. But I still feel like I have so many fucking disadvantages. The fact that like I'm trying to do a bunch of different things, and even still I don't want to go to college, and I don't feel I'm as optimized as I can be. That's kind of the only thing like I can even like speak on for the day. To me, like, the day was just fucking long, dude. Like, to me, like, I just finished work. Like I said, it's 1 almost 40 now, but like a reflection on the day, to me the day wasn't hard. It was just really fucking long. The fact that I had to wake up like late, way later than I really wish I could have, and was like fucking around honestly for like a good hour or two, and wasting that time realizing like how much time I need to get my shit done. And that was the biggest thing for me, to where I'm like, oh shit, I need to get it done early. And after that, I even just going to school, it was long in the fact that I had to do a bunch of traveling, and it was exhausting. So I really don't know how I feel kind of going forward. My life isn't, a lot of the things aren't that hard for me. That's why, like, reading, I've been very consistent with reading. Journaling, it's kind of, I used to do it for a long time, but now I don't really do it. But I've been trying to be more into it. But the only thing like I've been trying to implement way more is Bible study, and like reading God's word every single day, and like sharing the things that I'm actually doing. Because so many people are like, oh, when I talk to them now, they're like, oh, you do cool things. You, like, I don't know how you kind of got this way, and I don't even know how I got this way, to be honest. But kind of going back to it all where I'm just like, oh shit, I need to realize that I've made it kind of so far in like progress towards my life to where I don't even know how I got here. I don't know how I was in the position to meet the people that I meet and like do the job I'm able to do. But I'm like I've been blessed to be in that opportunity to be able to cut hair, and I love cutting hair. Like that's a job I love, and still make videos and do things for clients, and like I want to be able to document it and share it, not only for myself but like as an opportunity to be like, oh, to see that it's possible. And to me that was the biggest thing that I needed, especially at the beginning, for someone to like tell me that, oh, there's someone your age doing this shit and like going out there and trying to be something for real. Because at the end of the day, like the more I talk to people, the harder it is to find people my age that are trying to do these things that I'm doing, especially in my area. And for the most part, I don't really have those people. I have one or two people, like kind of someone that's not in my life anymore that kind of was doing their own thing, but now it's kind of not there anymore. Like I don't speak to them, not one word. But another girl that I work with, she's in college, so she goes to UCI. Her name is Maddie. She's cool in the sense of she's so driven, and the things that she's doing are cool in the fact that she does what I do in a different sense, that she's kind of pursuing the college path and she actually has goals. And it's so rare to find that. And even when we go to these events, like we just went to a backpack event launched the other day, like Saturday. And it was weird because everyone at that event was 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, 30s. We're the only like 18-year-olds there. And to me, like I didn't even realize it because I've been surrounded by older people these last couple months. Like the barbers I'm around, 20s, in their 20s, 30s, 40s. And these people are like working hard, but they're all older. And the guy I work with and I work for, that he's 50 years old. And yet, like, he's like, oh, I see the drive that you have and the people that I have in Bible study around me, they're older. And it's weird in the sense of I have people now looking at me and like looking up to me that are older, and it's weird. Just like I feel like I need to live up to what I say I am. That's why just kind of doing all that is kind of my struggle right now. But that's kind of my thing on the day. I want to be able to document everything as a whole and kind of work it with it. But I think going forward, I want to actually like vlog and kind of actually do something that's actually kind of cool and use the skills that I learned, besides like sitting down and talking. I like sitting down and talking, but still I want to be able to show the things that I'm doing so people aren't like, "Oh, it's bullshit." Like I'm going to put my workouts, everything that I'm doing, what I'm learning. I'm going to be doing my Bible study like videos just to be like, "Oh, this is what I'm studying," to kind of share it, and what I'm reading just to kind of share it, and kind of little things that I'm going through personally just to share as a whole, not only as a case study for myself to show myself I am who I say I am, but still be that person and be kind of a stepping stone for people to be like, oh, it is possible. You can be this young and have ambitions to do certain things. It's just it's very rare to see someone take it from the beginning that where I am, and still I want to see myself 5 years down the line and be like, oh, he made cool videos and they were something that he wanted to do. So just kind of reflecting on that. And like based on tomorrow, it's gonna be an early day. Hopefully, it's literally almost 2 o'clock. So hopefully, I'm gonna wake up early and get my shit done. I want to run and get those workouts early. But I have to go shoot for my client, build up some scripts, kind of go over some social media content, and then go to Disneyland to go shoot and even work, honestly, with Maddie. So I'm going to shoot that. And then for my diet, I'll go a little bit over that eventually. For the most part, my diet, it wasn't really too specific on anything. Just ideally, I want to be 1,500 calories just to be a certain weight by the time I'm done. But I might change it a little bit as the days go on, especially with the 7-day fast. If I lose weight too fast, I don't want to mess up my body in that sense. But ideally is to have pretty clean foods, like no greasy foods, no fast foods, but everything is pretty much going to be tracked in the sense of MyFitnessPal. So let me see. Um, Yesterday I was literally late. I had a protein shake, with some feta pasta that my sister made, and then like almost a pound of flank steak. To me, that's like pretty basic. I want to probably swap out the pasta for like eggs. I ideally want to eat eggs at least 4 a day for the diet. That's really much it. The water, drinking a gallon of water, to me that's really easy because I can literally chug it in a couple minutes. But kind of going forward with like my game plan, hopefully to knock out all my workouts early. Um, Wake up early because shit, waking up at 8, that is not gonna cut it, especially in terms of like making videos and being able to finish all my work. But just being regimented, that's gonna be my biggest thing, to be able to kind of be consistent with posting and like keeping up with my shit, but also keeping up with things like with client work and still trying to scale my photo and video. Um, I still kind of want to do other videos, kind of going over like my life story. Like I want to be able to create my entire like life story. So kind of talk about why I am the way I am and kind of how I got this way, in terms of, oh, he wants to read at 18. He just turned 18 and he's over here trying to focus on making $20,000 a month. He's trying to focus on scaling the things that he loves doing, but still building a personal brand behind the things that he likes. Just things like that. That's all I really had to say on the day because I'm fucking exhausted, bro. It's almost 1:50. But if it's something that like you find interesting or cool, follow, just because it's, you don't have to follow, bro. I don't want to be like the person that asked, but it's cool just for me to be able to use it for myself, to be like, oh, this is where you started from, and be able to kind of use it for myself eventually when I get to the places I want to go, and be like, oh, this guy was just a kid. And I still have that, honestly. I've been filming things since pretty much ended high school. I have a bunch of old clips from like my high school days. I've been meaning to put a video together for it, but I'm probably gonna get on that really really soon, because it's gonna be cool just for myself to be like, to kind of reflect on it. But yeah, I'm kind of just rambling at this point, so I'll kind of go forward with this and kind of report back every single thing I feel and just be honest with it all, because I think that's the most important thing, not only for myself, but the things I create. Because genuinely, this shit, like, I don't know how I got here, but I want to be able to look back on myself and know exactly what I was feeling then, know exactly what I was going through, what exactly am I going through my head, and how I end up where I end up. That's going to be the journey kind of going forward, and I'm excited for it, but still it's scary. But hopefully it'll be a reflection for not only myself, but for you, just to be able to be like, there's someone that's able to do it and it's possible. That's the only thing like I've come to realize, is that it's possible.